Police powers to use anti-terror laws to stop and search people without grounds for suspicion have been declared illegal by the European Court of Human Rights. The case was brought by two people who were stopped near an arms fair in London back in 2003. Our Home Affairs correspondent June Kelly reports now.
And you don't know where you live?
Stop and search, introduced a decade ago, has always been controversial. It's vital, say the lawmakers, in the post-9/11 climate. Heavy-handed and misguided, according to opponents of the system. It was a demonstration near an arms fair in London in 2003 which led to today's European ruling. Two of those stopped took on the British government, and now they've won. One, Penny Quinton, was a journalist with a camera covering the event. She was told to stop filming. She was searched, nothing was found.
The aim of this case was to address law that was unsound, and hopefully we were just a test case to illustrate that this legislation is seriously flawed. There has to be balance between protecting people from danger and making sure that people have the freedom to live a fair life, you know.
Over the last year, there were more than 250,000 stop and searches in England, Wales and Scotland, 36% up on the previous year. Less than 1% of those stopped and searched were arrested. Recently, there's been a spate of complaints from photographers and tourists stopped and searched for taking pictures. Today's ruling is the latest setback for the government's counter-terrorism strategy. As for the criticism that stop and search is draconian,
it's used sparingly, it's used under parliamentary scrutiny, it's used with ministerial approval, and it's something that I think the British public will recognise is necessary.
it's areas like this which are designated for stop and search, places where there are tourist attractions and important buildings. Today's ruling doesn't mean an end for stop and search. Ministers intend to challenge the decision and take their fight to Europe. But tonight it's civil liberties groups who are claiming victory. June Kelly, BBC News, Central London.